Hi, this is Vicky with Learning Home Volunteers. And in this session, we're going to talk about national holidays. Every nation celebrates important events and people in their history. At the end of May, we celebrate Memorial Day, a day to honor the men and women who died serving our country. Coming up soon, we're going to get to celebrate our Independence Day on July 4th. Nations celebrate important people that played a big role in the formation of their country and anything else that they think is important. I think for children, they see the day as a holiday, a time to decorate for the event, share food around the holiday, participate in games and music, and the company of neighbors, friends, and family. And if they can stay up late enough, maybe even some fireworks. Well, we thought we could share the preparation and fun in this learning session. As always, books are here to guide us through our theme. Our first book is from the Corduroy series, written by Don Freeman and illustrated by Lisa McCure. Corduroy is actually going to celebrate the 4th of July on a picnic with his friends, and they're going to eat, play some games, which honestly sounds like a great way to spend the holiday. Our next book is illustrated by Candier Nelson, an award-winning artist. He depicts the scenes from all over the United States, showing what makes any nation great, its people. Our last book is about how the United States became a nation, entitled The Story of America's Birthday. Let's get to our first activity. This is activity number 1, Wind Catcher. We are going to make wind catchers out of paper plates. Obviously, there's two sides to the paper plate, but when you look at yours, you'll see one has no markings on it and the other has a spiral drawn on it. We want to start by painting the side without the spiral drawn on it. For the example, we chose red to paint stripes across the plates, but your child can choose whatever colors or design that they want. Once the painting is done, let it dry, and tomorrow I'll come back to our project. Next, you want to actually cut along the spiral. You'll see from this picture how it separates the plate in one big swirl. To catch the wind, you want to attach a string at the innermost section of the swirl and hang it outside. You should have enough materials for 2 of these. We thought we would include a fine motor activity, sorting activity in this learning session, and what better way to do than with stars. So this is activity number 2, count the stars. First, you wanted to have your child put the stars on the paper that looks like this from your box. They can put the stars wherever they like, except for the little boxes down below. When they're finished, should have something that looks something like this. For the next part, you want to use your markers or your pencils or crayons and just have the child count and cover the straws. And depending on your learner's control of the writing instrument, you could either have them make marks in the square as they count whatever color, or if they are attempting to write numbers down, you can use the number cards to help show them an example of how to write the number itself. Our next activity, we're going to make a pinwheel. This activity actually contains a choking hazard, the pin that's actually used to attach the pinwheel to the pencil. If you have small children, please be careful. Your pinwheel kit contains 1 pin. In your box, you're going to find a template on a bigger sheet of paper than what's actually really needed for the pinwheel. You can cut the square out first. At the very top of the paper is a legend that describes the actions for each of the different marks on the paper. The template explains the folds and the cuts that you're going to actually need to make. Once the thing has been cut out and the folds and cuts are made, you're actually ready to create the wheel part of the pinwheel by putting the tips to the center like we're seeing here. And when it's done, it should look something like this. Put the pinwheel on the pencil by using the pen itself and sticking the pen into the eraser. The pen will go through the center of the pinwheel on the orange part of this picture. Thought it'd be fun to see how they'll actually work. Let's start it again. Let you see how it spins. All you do is just blow. Very fun. Well, our last activity for this week is activity number 4, confetti popper. Poppers were my child's favorite things for the New Year's. They wanted to join in and make some noise, um, and make their own fireworks, as it were. Confetti poppers are safe and easy to use. The worst thing is they spray little pieces of paper into the air, which then the child must pick up to use them again. I was astonished at how many times they were willing to go and pick up the paper. So in your box, you're going to find 2 toilet paper rolls with uh, and balloons, which you're going to want to cut and tape to the roll itself. There might be some strips of paper that you want to use to decorate your popper. They can use these, or you can cover them with a white piece of paper that they can decorate and glue that paper onto the popper itself. To make all this work, you turn your popper with the balloon side down, then have the child pull out the tied balloon, and it'll launch the little squares into the air. Now, we've tried using other materials other than mosaic squares, including cotton ball, ripped newspaper, torn flyers from the mail, and all of them work. Now, we're still playing with ours, but if you don't like the tiny little squares, think of one of those other things. All you have to do if when you come next time is take a look and you'll see all these tiny pieces of paper on the ground. It was great fun. Well, that covers the first activities for this session. Listen to session 2 for our food portion of Nation Celebrates.